Hello students, welcome to biology class. Okay, in previous class we discussed mechanism of the respiration. Okay, now let us discuss the gases exchange in lungs, I mean from alveoli to blood. Okay, before going to this I want to explain. Okay, the study of the lungs is called pulmonology. Okay, the specialist for the lungs, pulmonologist, the weight of the lungs are the 1.3 kgs. Okay, like that these bits we have to remember. Next, the lungs are the elastic like structures. Okay, it is covered with the two membranes. That membranes are called pleura. That membranes are called pleura. That membranes are called the pleura. Okay, between the two membranes, fluid is present. Okay, that fluid protect the lungs from external mechanical shocks. Okay, that like helping. Okay, next and also okay, the lungs, the smallest unit, millions of the air sacs are there, clusters of air sacs are there. Okay, these air sacs, our lungs, all the air sacs and open and it is placed on the floor means it occupy the 160 meter square. It is nearly approximately tennis court. Okay, that much space it is occupying. Okay, next, during the normal, at the rest time, at the rest position, our breathing rate is okay, normal, slow and shallow. But during the running time, exercise time, during whenever emotional time, our breathing rate is increasing. Our breathing rate increasing. Okay, this is also we have to remember. Now, gases exchange. Gases exchange. Okay, gases exchange in our body. Okay, how the gases exchange takes place? First of all, see from alveoli to blood. Okay, let us see diagram. This is the structure of the alveoli, approximately like this only, having sac like structure. Next, blood cells. These are the blood cells. These are the blood cells. This is the alveoli. This is bronchioles. This is the bronchioles. This is the blood cells. Okay, this is the blood capillaries. Blood capillaries. Okay, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Okay, like this we can see. Okay, in our lungs, okay, numerous numbers are there. This air sacs, gases exchange takes place within the lungs. Okay, next the carbon dioxide is exchanged in the blood. Okay, from the blood to alveoli, from alveoli to the blood exchange takes place. Okay, this is the alveoli. Okay, in the lungs, bronchioles are terminated or end with the alveoli. Bronchioles are end with the alveoli. Okay, alveoli is a one cell thickness, its size is one cell thickness, and also this alveoli is covered with the one of the blood capillaries. This blood capillary is also one cell thickness only. From here only the gases exchange takes place. See, from the heart to blood coming towards the lungs for the purification, for oxygenation purpose, from heart to blood coming to the lungs. Okay, this blood is carried by the arteries. Okay, arteries again it is divided into arterioles, that is capillaries. Okay, from blood coming from the heart to coming to the alveoli, this blood color is dark red color, dark red. Okay, these capillaries are enclosed the alveoli. Okay, next, and also here between alveoli and blood capillaries, by the diffusion process, gases are exchanged by the concentration difference. Okay, here concentration of the carbon dioxide is more. Okay, here less. So from more to less. Okay, this carbon dioxide is diffused. That means from capillaries to alveoli. Okay, it is diffused into the alveoli. Next, concentration difference. Oxygen concentration is here more, and blood capillary is less. So from high concentration to low concentration, okay, oxygen is diffused into the blood capillaries. Again, these capillaries are carry towards the heart. Okay, this the blood going towards the heart, that blood color is bright red color. In the bright red color, blood contains the oxygen, and the dark red color blood contains the carbon dioxide, deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood. This oxygenated blood again goes to the heart. Okay, the type of the gases exchange we can see from alveoli to the blood, from blood to the alveoli, vice versa. Okay, next, transportation of the gases. Air is a mixture of the gases. Okay, our lungs and alveoli are filled with this air that enter into our body. Okay, next, and also here different gases are the relevant different gases in the air. Okay, their combining capacity with the hemoglobin and also some of the other substances present in the air determines the transport of the gases by the blood in our body. Okay, like that we have to remember. Okay, next, and also here gases are transported, for example, in our body, in every cell, okay, using the oxygen for oxidation purpose, producing the energy. Okay, in every cell, every cellular level oxidized and gives rise the energy. That energy is used for the cell activities purpose. So it is continuously takes place. Okay, during that time, the oxygen concentration differences we can see. So continuously this oxygen must be carried to the cell, for the utilization. So here whenever the oxygen is combined with the hemoglobin, means oxygen is combined with the hemoglobin, Hb. Hemoglobin means forms the oxyhemoglobin, HbO2, oxyhemoglobin forming. Okay, here also same. Okay, here also Hb, hemoglobin is there, oxygen is combined with the hemoglobin forms the oxyhemoglobin. This oxyhemoglobin goes to the heart, from the heart to entire our body is it is distributed by the blood only. Okay, like that we can see it is supplied to the every cell. Okay, next at the same manner reverse also, this oxyhemoglobin, okay, after reach the cell, okay, it leaves the hemoglobin, and here also at the cellular level also this oxygen is diffused into the cells. Okay, oxyhemoglobin and oxygen, okay, divided. This oxygen is cells are receiving for oxidation purpose. Okay, next this hemoglobin again it is collecting combined with the yes, carbon dioxide and forms the bicarbonates. Okay, this bicarbonate again carry to the heart, from heart to the next again lungs. Okay, this process continuously takes place. Okay, continuously takes place. Okay, this process we can see. Okay, our cells are using continuously oxygen. So at the cellular level the oxygen concentration is reduced. It is might be 1/3 of the lungs, 1/3 of the lungs, maybe it is 1/3 of the lungs at the cellular level, because their oxygen is utilized. So by this difference, by this difference oxyhemoglobin, okay, oxyhemoglobin supply the okay oxygen to the cells. These cells are using this oxygen for the oxidation purpose, for the respiration purpose, producing the carbon dioxide, water. Okay, next energy. Okay, energy producing, this energy is used for the functioning of the cell, for all the functioning of the cell. Like this purpose continuously, okay, we can see. Okay, like this okay, oxygen is transported continuously to the cell. Okay, if you observe the cellular respiration, cellular respiration is a term. Okay, it refers the pathway of the okay, releasing the pathway of the producing energy from the cells, from okay, the chemical bonds of the food particles that enter into our body. Okay, it releasing the energy. That energy is used for a cellular purpose, for the life purpose, essential life process purpose. We are using that energy. So this cellular respiration must be carry out every cell in our body. This cellular respiration must be carry out in every cell in our body. Okay, for example, the respiration takes place in the presence of the oxygen. Respiration takes place in the presence of the oxygen means respiration takes place, or cellular respiration takes place in the presence of the oxygen means that is called aerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Okay, for example, this respiration takes place in the absence of respiration means anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Okay, both this difference. This is occurs in the presence of the oxygen. This is occurs in the absence of oxygen. Okay, like this we have to remember. Okay, aerobic respiration. Yes, in the respiration we can see there are mainly two stages. There are we can see in the two stages. Okay, yes, in aerobic respiration two stages. One is glycolysis, and second one is the Krebs cycle. Glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. Cytoplasm of the cell. glycolysis occurs cytoplasm of the cell, but Krebs cycle occurs in the mitochondria, the organelle in the cell. One of the most important organelle in the cell is mitochondria. Okay, this Krebs cycle occurs in the mitochondria. Okay, that reactions are observed by the Sir Hans Krebs. That's why this reaction is known as Krebs cycle. Okay, Krebs cycle occurs in mitochondria, but anaerobic respiration occurs only in the cytoplasm only. Cytoplasm. We have to remember this difference. Anaerobic respiration occurs in cytoplasm. Aerobic respiration occurs both in cytoplasm and mitochondria. Okay, occurs. Okay, like this we can see. Okay, in the process of the respiration we can see so many. It is not takes place. These chemical reactions are not takes place in a single reactions. It will takes place a series of the steps. Okay, series of the steps, that is called glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Respiration is occurs in series of the reactions. Okay, broadly divided into two stages, so glycolysis and Krebs cycle. Okay, glycolysis. Okay, let us see. Anaerobic respiration is also called fermentation. Fermentation means anaerobic respiration is also called as fermentation. See, already in 8th class we discussed fermentation. Okay, take the maida and add some yeast powder. Added means within a few days it will change into the its smell, and its size also increased because of the fermentation. Okay, yeast cells are performed anaerobic respiration. Okay, alcohol also like that only forming. Okay, from the from the molasses, alcohol prepared from the molasses. For the molasses, if you add the yeast means ethyl alcohol produced, ethanol, otherwise ethanol produced. Only it is occurs in the anaerobic respiration. Okay, like that also we should remember. Okay, next, in the respiration, glucose for deriving of energy in all the living organisms. So glucose is used as a sugars deriving the energy in all the living organisms like plants, animals, even microorganisms also. Okay, glucose is the main respiratory substance. Okay, whenever the glucose oxidized, hydrolyzed, glucose oxidized means glucose molecule, glucose, it is oxidized into glucose oxidized into it forms the pyruvic acid, two pyruvic acids, two pyruvic acids, otherwise pyruvates, pyruvic acid. Okay, three carbons, pyruvic acid contains the 3 carbon content to 2 pyruvic acids are forming in the glucose molecule. First, that is called the glycolysis. The conversion of the glucose into 2 pyruvic acid is called glycolysis. Okay, it is called the glycolysis. Okay, in this process, small amount of the energy also releasing. Okay, this is occurs in the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm of the cell. This is occurs in cytoplasm of the cell. Glycolysis. This is the first stage. Small amount of the energy also releasing. 2 2 pyruvic acids. Okay, each pyruvic acid contains the 3 carbons. Already glucose formula C6H12O6, no, 6 carbons. These 6 carbons, 3 carbons, 3 carbon content compounds, 2 compounds are forming, that is the pyruvic acid. Okay, this like glucose is split into the 2 pyruvic acids is called the glycolysis. During this time some energy also releasing, this is occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. Okay, this is common in both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, like that also we should remember. Next, pyruvic acid, this pyruvate or pyruvic acid, when the oxygen is present, absence means absence of oxygen. Okay, it is pyruvic acid is converted into the form into the lactic acid. Lactic acid. Okay, example bacteria. Example bacteria. Okay, in bacteria so like this forming. Okay, next yeast cells. In yeast cells forms the ethanol. Yeast cells forms the ethanol. Okay, ethanol and also energy. Here also lactic acid and energy producing. Okay, ethanol plus energy also producing. Example yeast. Example yeast. Okay, pyruvic acid, whenever next absence of the oxygen, pyruvic acid is converted into the lactic acid and gives the small amount of the energy also. Example bacteria. Next, in the yeast cells, okay, it is converted into the ethanols and some amount of the energy also releasing. Okay, next, in the presence of oxygen, presence of oxygen, this pyruvic acids or this pyruvate converted into, produce into carbon dioxide plus H2O, water plus energy producing. Okay, energy producing. What is the, how much amount of the energy is producing? One glucose molecules oxidized, completely oxidized means how much energy producing means 686 kilocalories of energy releasing. Glucose molecules converted in the pyruvic acid, this is occurs in the cytoplasm. Next, okay, oxygen present means this pyruvate is entering into the mitochondria. Okay, next, okay, completely oxidized cellular respiration takes place. Okay, producing the carbon dioxide and water and energy. Here some amount of the energy is producing, that is 686 kilocalories of energy producing. Okay, absence of the oxygen, lactic acid and energy producing in bacteria. Absence of the oxygen also in yeast cells, so ethanol and some energy producing. Okay, in anaerobic respiration 56 kilocalories of energy producing. Okay, that like we should remember. Okay, this is the total process. Okay, energy producing. Okay, during this process energy producing, this produced energy is stored in a special compound that is called ATP. That is called the ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. Okay, this is the compound, one of the partial. Okay, and also it is called as ATP is also called as energy currency. Energy currency. ATP is also called energy currency. Okay, one glucose molecules oxidized means how much energy releasing means 7200 calories of energy releasing. Okay, this energy is stored in ATP. Okay, in the ATP means okay, phosphate bonds. This energy is stored in phosphate bonds. Okay, these phosphate bonds are okay, breakdown means energy is producing. Then next it is converted into the ADP. Again phosphate bonds okay, combines and forms the ATP. Okay, totally this is stored in the ATP is stored in the mitochondria. Okay, so that's why mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria is called as the powerhouse of the cell. Okay.